Okay, so to start off this trick, I would let my spectator shuffle the cards as much as they want. Does not matter the order of the cards. Just to show you, all the cards are mixed up. Okay? Now, I've got 4 cards here. Okay? Now, those 4 cards happen to be the 4 kings. Okay? Now, these 4 kings, they're gonna rob the bank. And the bank is the deck of cards in my hand right here. Okay? Now, most people use the 4 jacks for this, but I thought everybody uses the 4 jacks. Why not use the 4 kings? And the reason to use the 4 kings is they're not brothers. They're not bank robbers. They're just poor and want money. Okay? Most people think the kings are rich, but that's not true. They're poor and they want money. Okay? So the King of Hearts, he's poor. King of Diamonds, he's also poor. King of Clubs, he's poor too. And the King of Spades is especially poor. Okay, now the kings, they have a plan, okay? 3 of the kings are going to go through and look for the vault that has the most money, okay? Inside of the bank, okay? Now, the King of Spades, he is going to stay on the rooftop of the bank, and he's going to alert the jacks when they need to come up. So, the King of Spades, he notices something is fishy, okay? And the thing that's fishy is the fact that the cops are coming. So he's like, hey, three other kings that I hardly ever know, but are helping me rob this bank. The cops are coming. You need to come up to the top. So they do. All 4 kings escape by helicopter. Okay, so this trick is very simple. It's easy to do, and it's called the 4 jacks rob a bank. I used the kings because I felt like using the kings because everybody uses the jacks. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering why I'm using this stool as my surface, I don't know why. I just decided, you know what? I'm going to use this stool, not my magic pad. I mean, who calls it a magic pad? Not my close-up pad. And you know what? It works perfectly fine. Even though it's very small. It's a very small surface, but I can work with it. So, let's get into how the trick is done, okay? So the deck does not matter what the order is. I like to put the 4 jacks, or kings in my case that I used, on the table, face down in a pile, and I put them closest to me. But on a close-up pad, I'd probably put them in the corner of it. But this is a circle. There's no corners. Okay, so I'll just put them right here, close to you this time. Then what you need to do is get a break under the top 3 cards, okay? It's pretty easy. If you're really, really basic, you can start off with the break, but I would not recommend that. So, don't do that. But if you have to for the first times you're practicing this in your closet, then go ahead and do it just to get used to the trick. But when you're actually performing this, don't do this, okay? But there's a couple ways you can go about doing this. You can casually and very obviously show 3 cards and get a break just like that. So I'm just taking these 3 cards literally off the deck for a split second. And boom. That's all it takes. All it takes. Or you can go a little bit more misdirected and spread out the full deck with the top cards pretty spread out. And as you're closing this up, get a break under the top 3 cards, and boom. Okay, all you have to do is just pick up a deck and practice this, and you'll get it. It's not that hard, okay? And I did this as you were looking at the 3 jacks, and I was explaining stuff. That's a very good off moment to do stuff, is when you're explaining things and talking to the spectator, okay? Okay, so now what you're going to do is take the jacks and set them on top of the deck and put them with your pinky break, okay? So now you've got a pinky break under the top 7 cards, okay? Now, what you do is show off the jacks and put 3 of the jacks and flip them over and put them face down, and then take this jack, which is the last one, it doesn't matter which one it is, and don't flip it over because you've got more cards, so just set it right on top. Very naturally, no hidden moves, okay? Okay, so at this point, you don't have your break anymore, because you don't need it, and you just pull, you can set this one on the table, which, if you really want to, you can. I didn't, but I'll do it for the tutorial, because I'm going to do things a lot slower, and probably not multiple times, but just slower, so it's more easy to understand. So you take you're going to take the top 3 cards, which look like the other 3 jacks, and you're going to put them in the deck. So you're going to put them in different levels of the deck, different amount of the card showing out of the deck, just to show 3 cards going in 3 different locations. You can get them more evenly in there, like that, if you really choose to, but you don't have to. Just place them in at random places, and then push this here and show this one's going to go on the top. And then they do their thing. They can do their thing in your hands if you feel like they need to. And then you just show, he says, come to the top, and the rest of them do. Pretty easy, pretty basic, not too hard. That's all I have to say. Okay, so at this point, I would take the time to put a black screen, put some writing saying thanks for watching, or anything I need to say that I feel like I need to say, and then say thanks for watching, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. But I wanted to take the time to actually talk with you, because I want to tell you the comments are there. You can comment anything and I'll get back to you when I can. I really, really want to talk with you guys to see what you guys like. If you guys have any questions about the trick, then give me those questions. But that's all I have to say. Other than thank you, truly thank you for watching. And subscribe. If you're not subscribed, then what are you doing? Subscribe so you can be notified. I just talked like every person in the entire world. Just subscribe if you feel like you want to, and if you really want to learn more stuff. I want to get to teaching more stuff. I'm trying to decide when I get into more complex stuff that requires a lot more teaching, I'm thinking maybe I'll do it in 2 videos. Now, the only reason I would do it in 2 videos is because I can do the performance in 1 video, which will be a shorter video, and then the tutorial will be a longer video to give you an in-depth tutorial of how to do the trick without question, okay? And in order for me to do that, have an in-depth tutorial, and not have the video being 30 minutes long, is to cut out a ton of the tutorial or make it in 2 videos. So I'm still questioning whether I should do that, but that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.